Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Just a reminder, about a half hour away at 7:10, we will get you, a little more than half hour, but we'll get you on the phones for Clash with Kenzie. My Chemical Romance tickets sold out. You will be there with Devo this Friday, Soldier Field. So compete against Kenzie coming up in the next hour, and you will win those tickets. Now, a fact that makes your brain go. A merger overnight happened. $18 billion between two things that I think at least one of these companies affects you. So that's not good, because when a merger happens and it's for $18 billion, eventually they say it's going to be awesome. And then eventually they get to the accounting department. Well, we have to raise prices on everything because you just bought these three things for $18 billion, you idiots. So here's some of the guesses on the text line. Matt checked in. Waffle House and Cracker Barrel become Crack House. That's very good, Matt. I like that.
Very fun.
They have a little problems. I'll update on Cracker Barrel again at 6:45 coming up. Cracker Barrel and Steak and Shake, after Steak and Shake thrashed Cracker Barrel for changing their logo, and maybe they made up, and that's it was all, that. Facebook, did they finally buy MySpace and finally get along? Very interesting. Also, we had a couple other guesses. Dingus and Bingus finally merged, the two streaming services created here with Brian and Kenzie.
That'd be really huge. I know that's what everybody in the streaming world wants is more mergers.
Yeah, Dingus and Bingus, and their prices are going to go up. Clearly.
Oh my God! Have you seen the price for Dingus lately?
I can't look at it. Can't do it. Those are all wrong. And Kenzie guessed it was phone companies to create one just big, ginormous phone company.
Apple and Android, finally. Once enemies, now together.
And that would be so funny because Lauren O'Neill just bought an iPhone.
Oh my God.
And it's, not going well because why would it?
Let's just a little bit before we get to the facts. We have to get there with
Let's talk
Lauren.
about Lauren's iPhone. I've been dying to talk about it.
Well, we love her to death.
But
she has an Android for years. She tried an iPhone a couple years ago, and it basically made her stay inside because it didn't work right somehow with the transition from an Android.
I've never seen a human as defeated as Lauren was with the 1 week that she had an iPhone.
So after 2 weeks, she tapped out and went back to Android.
Just quit.
And now it's been a couple years, and now she got an iPhone again. I'm getting the blue text for the first time in a while.
She was texting me saying that she's having issues with it still. And I was like, the last time I got a new phone, I was like, I want a new phone. And they're like, here you go. And that was it. It was so easy. I don't know what problem she's having.
You just turn it on and go.
And then she's acting like we're not all sold on the iPhone as a society. And she's like, I'm going to give it a try. It's like, well, the rest of the world has given it a try, and it seems to be working out pretty well.
And here's the thing with Lauren. I love her. But it's got to be her, because when she said she was going to get an iPhone, we all went, well, that's not going to go well immediately. And it's not going well. And she's like, it's the iPhone. We're like, it's not. Like, you're at a certain point, the amount of issues that are happening in your life.
There's a skill gap there, and Lauren is the variable.
Well, there's a phrase called user error. It could be that. I told her never to go to the Android. I told her to stay with the flip phone. Way back in the day, I told her, don't get on this, Lauren. You're good where you are.
She'd be so happy if she had a flip phone.
Oh, boy. So simple. But both those ideas are wrong. Case guessed it was Tesla merging with Acme Corporation to somehow fool the coyote with an electric anvil. It's not. So what happened overnight while you slept? An $18 billion merger that I think affects pretty much everybody listening on one side or the other, whichever company. Dr. Pepper bought Pete's Coffee for $18 billion. I didn't know Dr. Pepper. Billion. I didn't know Dr. Pepper had that kind of dough.
Of course they do. They're doctors.
Yeah, but
coffee is worth $18 billion?
Apparently. So here's the breakdown. I didn't know this. This was what then the first sentence tells it all, I guess. Keurig Dr. Pepper. So Keurig Coffee owns Dr. Pepper or are in that family. And I know every company has a Keurig in it. So, okay, I don't see Dr. Pepper everywhere, but I see Keurig everywhere. So Keurig's Dr. Pepper is buying the owner of Pete's Coffee in an $18 billion deal. Then they're going to break it up into two companies, with one selling just coffee because you got Pete's and Keurig, and the other selling cold beverages like, didn't know Dr. Pepper owns Snapple, 7-Up. What else does Dr. Pepper own? A&W Root Beer, Canada Dry, Crush, Mott's.
Wait, I'm confused. There's going to be stores that only sell those sodas and they don't sell coffee?
Two companies. The Pete's stores will probably just stay the same as a coffee company.
Okay, I go, you walk into the Pete's. No, Pete's soda.
No, we have Dr. Pepper here. What are you doing here, you idiot? We're Dr. Pepper. What says Pete's out front?
Oh, you thought we had coffee? Oh, that's so embarrassing for you.
Ew.
So Dr. Pepper also owns a Sunkist and other stuff, too. So Dr. Pepper owns a hell of a lot, and Keurig Dr. Pepper is that company, which they also own, apparently, that.
You know,
Keurig
it just
coffee.
goes to show that Pete's Coffee is bought for $18 million. I read something that was
Billion.
very interesting. Billion, sorry. And I read something the other day. It was so interesting because it was like, everyone, you know how people are like, oh, there's nothing else I can invent. I can't become a millionaire or a billionaire. And everyone's like, you don't need to invent anything. Like, coffee already existed, and they sold this for $18 billion. And you know, Touchland, those hand sanitizers, I think they just had $350 million revenue year, and it's just a cuter version of hand sanitizer. They're like, that's it. Like, these aren't new inventions. Like, think about that. Like, you just repackage something, you know, and like that's this less like coffee's been around for a long time. A lot of other coffee brands, $18 billion.
And I'm not a coffee aficionado, so I don't know. Is Pete's pretty awesome coffee? I don't know.
I mean, I've gone, and when I went, it was completely fine. Like, I wasn't
It was
like,
coffee.
I wasn't like, I can never go anywhere else again. But I'm like, oh, this is good coffee. You know, that was it.
Yeah, so Pete's also owns a bunch of coffee, tea, hot chocolate brands.
Oh.
And somehow it says they're related to Krispy Kreme. This is ridiculous.
Whoa. I need more info on the Krispy Kreme.
It says there's a
This
whole...
company has way too many names involved.
Well, okay, so it's a holding company called JAB. JAB Holding Company.
I'm sure they're not evil at all.
Well, it says it's a separate entity from JDE Pete's Coffee Company. All of this sounds evil. It sounds like there's Dr. Evil running these companies behind the scenes.
It sounds like Tesla merged with Acme. This is what I was trying to get to.
Yeah. So if you like Pete's Coffee, it sounds like it's going to be fine, but you might be able to get like Dr. Pepper flavored coffee in a few minutes.
Well, I could see the baddies of Chicago being really into that.
Yeah?
Because not only do attractive women drink coffee, but the most attractive women I know are big Dr. Pepper aficionados as well. That's sort of the go-to
Thank
soda.
you, because I
Yes.
do both of those.
Yes,
so
exactly, yeah.
Feeling pretty.
It's true. It's
You're
true.
welcome.
It's true. So I guess we'll see how this plays out. You can't tell me that they're going to get back that $18 billion in this merger.
Why not?
So, because there's no way. I mean, I drink...
These bitches are thirsty.
I understand. I understand they're thirsty, but there's no way that Dr. Pepper and Pete's Coffee is not going to go up in price now. Because somebody in accounting is going to go, oh, you know, that was a pretty big check you guys just wrote.
But they could go up in price, and not that many people would know. Like, if my coffee was more expensive the last time I went, I haven't gone in so long. I don't remember.
Well, I don't think anybody...
The average person does not have their coffee price memorized.
What's a coffee price for like a big cup of JD Pete's? JD Pete's.
I don't even, that sounded old as hell. It's like a newspaper. When you just said that.
What I don't order coffee. I don't want to go in there and go, I want a grande latte,
What's the
espresso,
cup-
4
what's a cup of
sugars.
JD Pete's these days.
Also, don't act like you're talking about like the coffee like Lauren does with the iPhone. Don't act like you're above ordering a coffee because of
Yeah,
their
it's just
different
annoying.
sounding sizes.
No, honestly, when people say, go in there and get me a coffee, I've had people do that when they're getting something. I go, I don't know how to order coffee.
But have them write it down.
But they
Anytime
just
I'm
tell
seeing a
you.
woman, she writes down her coffee order for me so I can always get it right.
They write it down on like a piece of paper like they're buying a stock
Jeez,
and they
why
hand it
don't
to you.
Why don't you have my coffee order written? No. Come on.
I can. And also, they use an iPhone. They use the Notes app. Let's all get into 2025 here. You're talking about old-timey newspaper coffee. Lauren doesn't know what an iPhone is. Let's all get
I'm
into
doing
2025.
all this stuff. I'm current. It's just Bryant.
Don't play it. No. There's other people out there who don't know how to order
No.
coffee. Told you, how dare you? By the way,
How dare you?
I just
Yeah.
went to Pete's Coffee menu. They have a cheesy sausage slider.
Why are we not there now?
They have a Mediterranean frittata sandwich. They have a bacon sausage cheddar crispy. They have sandwiches.
Wait, what's a crispy?
So it's like a like toasted bread with bacon and sausage on it.
Well, isn't that what they call them in London? Aren't they like toasties?
They call them
instead of-
toasties.
Yeah, instead of like grilled cheeses, it would be like a toasty.
Oh, I love Toasties.
They have a
Isn't that
croissant.
cute?
They have a croissant grilled cheese. Pizza's awesome.
Should we order breakfast?
Probably.
Probably. You're not gonna pay for it.
I'm sorry, I'm just salivating over here. All right.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
Getting you closer, about 15 minutes away from Clash with Kenzie, where you can win My Chemical Romance tickets sold out, Soldier Field this Friday. You can win those tickets, the first of just many tickets this whole week for Oasis, MyChem, and System of a Down. From Brian and Kenzie on Q101. No one else is doing that. With the fact that makes your brain go boom, we talked about the $18 billion merger of Dr. Pepper and Pete's Coffee, and some texts have come in on that. Rommel said, hearing the sandwiches justifies the $18 billion price. Clearly, Pete's Coffee sandwiches, I had no idea they had that kind of sandwich game going on in there. Also, when Kenzie and Case were talking about a case specifically, I have to learn to take notes of someone ordering coffee. I don't know how to order coffee. When I go in, I panic because then they always ask a follow-up question. Do you want this? I go, I don't know what I want. I don't know what they want. I don't understand coffee. But we had a text from Naya checking in saying, does Brian realize that us baddies always have at least one beverage in hand, usually two?
This is what I'm saying. And it's normally a coffee and a Dr. Pepper. It's why I'm so bullish on this merger. As, famously a big stock market guy, these companies going together make sense because every attractive woman that I know is sipping on two things, a coffee and a Dr. P.
Always. Kenzie, do you have two drinks in your hand when you're walking around the house always?
It's like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Look at
She's got two. Bend over.
I'm holding up, too.
You have two Stanley cups right there. They're as tall as you, those
I
cups.
know.
It's a lot of drink.
Water, which I don't even touch, and then coffee.
Coffee.
Is the water just for show?
Just in case. If I have to, bust a move and I'm all tired, a little parched out of nowhere.
You got to hydrate out there, ladies. Also, more breaking news. It's a follow-up of the three-part series here with Brian and Kenzie on Q101 about Cracker Barrel changing their logo. Every day this time we talk about what happens, and they've lost over $100 million in value in the stock market since getting rid of Uncle Herschel, who was the guy leaning on the barrel. Now, there possibly could have been a whip in the logo, too. We're not going to address that at this point. Because it's speculation.
We're gonna stay
I don't know.
silent.
We didn't draw it.
Yeah, that's right. We're just news reporters here. We're journalists. So they lost that kind of value. A lot of backlash over the simple gold logo with the same font that says Cracker Barrel. As far as we know, the menu is the same. In fact, they've added other high-carb delights to the menu in this rebrand. However, because of this outrage, the company had to make a statement. Losing $100 million in value, they tell the CEO, get out there and say something. And this is what they said. We are grateful for your heartfelt voices. That's saying, God, I wish you didn't say anything.
Please stop yelling at me.
You've also shown us that we could have done a better job sharing who we are and who we've always been. Saying they shouldn't have changed the logo. Or at least consult people, should we get rid of Uncle Herschel? They went on to say, we know we don't always get everything right the first time, but we'll keep testing, learning, and listening to our guests and employees. At the end of the day, our promise is simple. You'll always find comfort, community, and country hospitality here at Cracker Barrel. Now, when you get rid of Uncle Herschel, aren't you getting rid of that last sentence?
Read it to me one more time.
So, comfort, community, and country hospitality. That's what Herschel told me on the barrel.
They shouldn't have done that. They shouldn't have went cuh. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's C's, though.
But still.
It's close. The alphabet.
Close enough.
But the removal of Uncle Herschel is not going to change your Cracker Barrel experience.
I don't know.
How could it possibly affect it?
When I was walking in, it's comforting just seeing him up there on the barrel going.
Really? That makes you feel better? It's the same way you miss Sprint?
That's right. That's right. I see Uncle Herschel just having a fine meal and he can't get up and he leaned on the barrel to digest.
Yeah, but that could be you now. You could be the new Uncle Herschel just in real life.
I will say, forget the logo. The remodeling inside for it to not be like you're at an old country home, that would change your vibe for the whole dinner. I feel like you should get over a logo because you walk past it and you go in and then you don't even really know what's outside, right? But I saw them hanging, their organized mugs up and there's wearing a little millennial gray with it. That's not the vibe.
Oh man, if they put up gray walls in there,
they're going to.
No,
that's part of the
millennial gray floor, the wood gray floor.
Blah.
Come on.
God.
Come on.
But Brian, if you're somebody who's upset about this, and then let's say tomorrow we have to talk about Cracker Barrel again, but the news is that, hey, we've listened to your feedback. Thank you for using your loud, strong voices. Uncle Herschel's back. Let's pretend this never happened. Are you then motivated to go to a Cracker Barrel? No, you don't care.
No, I will go if I'm near one. I don't know where the nearest one is to me.
Well, let's find out.
It's got to be within a 6-mile radius.
6 mile
6
radius?
mile? What are you jogging there? What's the problem?
Because other than that, it's just too much. Why? Why do it?
I go several times a year, so I don't feel guilty. I know that I'm pulling my Cracker Barrel weight.
Holy crap, is this really the closest ones to me? Tinley Park, Hammond, and Naperville? Those are all 40 miles from me.
Man, I feel like there's one closer.
I don't think so. Romeoville, Maryville, Gurnee,
Oh, I've been to the one in Merrillville.
Joliet, Bourbonnais. If we get to Bourbonnais, we're going 2 hours away. I can't get to Bourbonnais.
I'm always at the one of the Wisconsin Dells because I drive home to see my parents. So I go like 2 or 3 times a year. Well, actually like 6 because I drive back too. So
I mean, I might actually in the city. I might actually be closer to the ones in Indiana than Naperville or Tinley Park's on the way to Indiana. But
there's got to be one on like welcome to Indiana. Here's a Cracker Barrel. We got to be close.
Hammond, Maryville, right there. Sure.
Yeah, the Hammond one is a particularly nice Cracker Barrel.
Yeah. These are
We
far.
should order Cracker Barrel.
I doubt they're in our delivery area in downtown.
Oh, DoorDash will do anything.
Hey, a little extra 20. Can you bring it downtown? Hey, I'll make it worth your while. All right, well, we'll keep reporting on Cracker Barrel as this saga continues. And coming up after Imagine Dragons, we have the audio of the day. You have to hear this. If you need a good chuckle, just in 2 minutes and 53 seconds, it involves a receptionist at a doctor's office and how she's describing what they found in lab tests of a patient. Back to the patient on her voicemail. And wait till you hear this. It's coming up after Imagine Dragons. Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. For all of the greatest concert tickets of all time, we're going to give them to you. We're going to lay it all out for you here in music and entertainment news, plus a big announcement about Q101, what we're doing the next several days with these shows. First, I want to make sure everybody knows exactly when we're giving away what tickets. So get your phone out. Put this in like it's a doctor's appointment. That's the best way to do it. Put it in there. You'll know exactly what we're doing because we have added in today more System of a Down tickets into rotation. So Thursday, we're going to give away those tickets at 8 a.m. Very simple, not a song scramble because I can't imagine making a System of a Down song scramble.
Oh, my God.
I mean, I would love
Their
it.
music is already a song scramble. Like, that's what they do.
It really is. So we'll make it super easy. Thursday at 8, System of a Down, Soldier Field. And you will get pit tickets to the show for Sunday, August 31st. I went through puberty there. Pit tickets? Playoffs? I can imagine. That has got to be one of the best experiences of all time. Being at System of a Down, Soldier Field, going doing a few shows in the world, and you will be in the pit. Thursday, 8 a.m. Okay, got that in your phone? All set? Good. Friday, 7:10, Clash with Kenzie. We will give away more System of a Down tickets for Monday's show in the pit because there's 2 shows in Soldier Field. That's right. Thank you, Live Nation, for all these tickets to give away, to give to our real hardcore people. Hell, you don't even have to be that hardcore. If you just want to experience something that you'll remember the rest of your life, you'll tell your grandchildren about, that you were in the pit for System of a Down at Soldier Field, forget about it. So that will be
to remember.
That will be Friday at 7:10. So Thursday at 8, Friday at 7:10. Be ready on the phones for System of a Down tickets. Just a reminder, today is Tuesday, so tomorrow and Thursday at 7:10 in Clash with Kenzie, we'll have the My Chemical Romance tickets for Soldier Field. On Friday, sold out from our special guest Devo on that bill. And then we still have the Oasis tickets, $750. Tomorrow will be your last chance, $750, the last chance at a song scramble for Oasis tickets. And again, Live Nation helped us out with all these sold-out shows. We want to make sure we got you to all of them. We've talked about these shows for a year. It's finally here. Holy Week, Q101's Holy Week with the shows 5 in a row at Soldier Field. Got all that? If you missed it, go back to the podcast and you can mark it all down for the rest of the week to make sure you win. We want to take care of you. Now, breaking news with these shows, it doesn't involve tickets, but involves a whole bunch of joy. Thursday, the Q101 Oasis After Party starting at 10:30 p.m., running till, 12:30. We'll play wall-to-wall Oasis tunes as well as other alt-Brit pop tunes from their contemporaries like Blur, Stone Roses, the Cranberries, the Verve, Stereophonics, the Libertines, and more. So that'll be Thursday night when the show ends. And let's say you're driving back to, Kenzie's neck of the woods, like Elgin.
Hypothetically, if you were at Oasis and then we're going to drive back to Elgin.
Now, somebody from Elgin might be going to the show, just not Kenzie.
Yes, correct.
And none for Gretchen Wieters.
She just didn't score a ticket to the show. She wants to go.
Did not.
Wants to go.
I've been offered 2 sex tickets.
Yeah.
My husband said no to both.
That pesky
Loser.
husband.
Yeah. We can watch some old Cubs games from like 95 or something if you want
Yeah,
to.
that'll be fun.
So we got
I'm excited.
we got your playlist going home. It's old school radio. I love this. Of making an awesome playlist after the concert for your ride home. Or if you don't have a long ride home, just get home and enjoy it in the house on the smart speaker. You can listen to Q101 any way you want on the app and smart speaker. Just kick back.
I'm going to give credit right now, Brian. This was Case's little baby, his little brainchild. He was excited about it for weeks.
Yup.
He got his little notes together and scurried into our boss's office with his big pitch. Your little, one of those little pointer things, like the old school.
Yeah.
About why people would enjoy this.
I had a pie chart of happiness and
Yes.
smiles on people's faces.
And sadness if you don't do it is looking at a happy face.
And I have to give credit to our very own Brian Phillips, History of Alternative, who's going to join us at this time tomorrow to talk a little bit about these playlists that he's built, because it was my idea. But what am I going to do? Build a playlist when Brian Phillips works here? I handed the baton to him. And so Thursday, we have the Britpop Q101 Oasis after party, 10:30 to about just a little after midnight. And then, Brian, what do we have on Friday?
So Friday, you got My Chemical Romance at Soldier Field. So what would be good for an after show after that? Emo night. The Q101 Emo after show starting same time, around 10:30 when the show ends, or around when it ends, running till 12:30. We'll play wall-to-wall My Chemical Romance songs, as well as other 2000s emo tunes, like Fall Out Boy, Our Guys, The Used, Paramore, early Panic at the Disco. I love how that's put on the sheet here.
Early Panic at the Disco, important note.
Classic Panic at the Disco.
Vintage, if you will.
Also, Taking Back Sunday, All American Rejects, and many more. So Thursday and Friday night after these shows, it's awesome. You know what? Even if you couldn't make it to the show, this will be super cool to listen to, because the vibe will be awesome. As you maybe crack the window down. It'll be a nice, cool night in your house, in your car, outside on the stoop, and get your smart speaker or your boombox right there, and you enjoy this playlist, because it's specially curated by Brian Phillips, who does the History of Alternative afternoon host, who's biggest genius in the world on putting together a...
No, biggest genius in the world. You said it.
No.
Yeah, that's it. Biggest genius in the world.
No, because then that means he's smarter than him. You think Brian's going to allow that statement on the
Thank
radio?
you. You're damn right.
Please
Thank
get
you.
with it.
I'm not
Like,
sure.
settle down.
I'm not sure if you're having my back there or not, but I appreciate it, Kenzie. Thank you for the note.
He's not going to allow that statement. He's like, stop. That's not what I'm saying.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Genius in diving in and making the best in the world classic alternative playlists.
The beauty of this week is it's, Brian said this morning, it's a spectrum of Q101. We're celebrating all parts of this culture because the shows are so different. Oasis is way different than My Chem, who's way different than the Lumineers, who are way different than System of a Down. And these after parties represent the full spectrum of Q101. My idea. Brian Phillips put it together. Lindsay Marie's going to be hosting it. It's going to be such a great time.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Many have said this.
How about that? And Case did go down the hallway with that pointer in a plaid suit and his briefcase and sold it to management, and it worked. Good job.
I do what I can.
Also, a reminder today, the Oasis Chicago Pop-Up Store opens at 10 a.m., so in just about an hour, myself and Case reserved times, which was a good thing to do. At noon, we'll be there both at the same time. Case did not want to go the same time as me, but that's where it just ended up.
Well, I spent my whole life with you. I was trying to get some sort of privacy.
Can't escape me.
No, I know.
No.
I know.
Talk to my wife.
I spend more time with you than she does.
You really do. So that store is at 1421 North Milwaukee, Wicker Park, and it opens today. It goes through September 2nd.
You guys at least give me like a shirt or something?
Well, Case just put up a link on our Facebook page, Kenzie. I know you can go to our Facebook page and take a look at it, because the merch is kind of outrageous with the Adidas collabs, and there's so much there to look at and choose from.
Posters and mugs and bucket hats and T-shirts and long sleeve shirts and sweatshirts. Kenzie, I feel like an Oasis mug is the exact type of thing that you're looking for.
I would like the tracksuit.
I feel like an Oasis mug is exactly what you're looking for.
You know why he's saying that, Kenzie?
Because he doesn't want to pay for anything else.
Yeah, it's the cheapest item.
I know.
They're probably giving those out free when you walk in.
I gathered out of all the items, the mug was the cheapest.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
on Q101.
What are you taking away from today's show with Brian and Kenzie on Q101? Send us your takeaways right now. Takeaways from today's show. 312-591-8300. Something that was memorable to you about today's show. Maybe you passed it on to somebody you know. Say, hey, you got to listen to the show. This was very funny today. This was really cool today. Text me your takeaway right now, 312-591-8300. In the meantime, the two funniest pieces of audio of the day. And we start with a community meeting in Pennsylvania where they were trying to decide whether to get rid of a motocross dirt bike track or not. And people were getting up and saying their side of why they should or shouldn't, people that live in the neighborhood. And then this guy stood up.
I really just came up here to say that you're either going to hear them where they're allowed to be or you're going to hear them where they're not allowed to be.
You need to... Thank you for the entertainment.
Thank you.
All right, is that it for public comment? Anyone else? If there's further disruption, we're going to have to ask you to leave.
He's like, my life's about to be disrupted. You see how annoying this is?
Guys, one of the best impersonations of a dirt bike ever. And he was running around the court with his hands going, he just didn't stop. All right, that's one of the pieces of audio of the day. The second one comes from a woman who was a receptionist at a dermatologist's office and calls a patient to tell her what's going on with her results of a test. And I'll just leave it right there.
Hey, Haley. This is Kat with Babcock Dermatology. The culture came back with a bacteria called Pantoia species, and that is spelled P as in pork. Sorry. A as in apple, N as in new. I'm so sorry. Okay, T as in tree, O as in orange, E as in earth, A as in apple. And so Amanda wanted to know if you had a sulfa drive.
Meanwhile, Amanda's the one behind her, like just ripping on her.
Oh, my God.
Yep. It reminded us of a great bit from Brian Regan, the comedian.
So I had to use a phone to book the flight to come here, and the reservationist gave me a confirmation code. And like I'm an idiot, she gives it to me like this. Mr. Regan, your confirmation code, jot this down. It's B as in boy. Oh, okay. P as in Paul. Slow down. K as in kite. Oh, I know kite. I know. I know all about kite. And Q as in quagmire. I called back to confirm the flight. She wanted to know the confirmation code. I don't know about you, but I feel like an idiot trying to quickly come up with words for letters. And I'm panicking on the phone. The confirmation code, it's B as in, baked beans. P as in pneumonia.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, your takeaways after Avicii.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.